and broadcasting live on YouTube. Just testing out the streaming functionality of StreamYard, making sure the plumbing's working right and all. Well, Joe Baker's Remedy Report is a show about bringing harmony to the world through economic innovations, health tips, increased awareness. I like to say the show is for entertainment purposes only. Wink. Well, we cover all sorts of things, be it health tips, relating to COVID and all that. Try to bring you information and news from all sorts of places, even people who don't necessarily have a proper medical background, you might want to call it proper. um, there seems to be a whole question about the legitimacy of the American Medical Association, um, the Food and Drug Administration. There's lots of questions about credibility about them, and so I mean, I don't think I have all of the answers about all this stuff, but enough to know that something's going on, and it isn't right. And so you need to protect yourself. You need to take things like borax, a laundry detergent booster, and not eat it or whatever, just taking minute amounts. Like the dosage would be um, an eighth of a teaspoon for every 100 pounds of body weight per day, mixed in with about a gallon of water. So mixing that in, you want to mix it in some hot water first, and then take that dilution and further dilute it by pouring it into about a gallon of water. And then just sip it throughout the day, not so much gulping. Why is this? We just don't have boric acid in our diets so much anymore. It's like depleted out of the soils. And listening to a fellow in the past who was into horticulture and all that, he noticed that the trees were missing something. He looked it up, and they were missing boric acid. So, um, he knows that there are parts of the world that are missing out on a lot of this. So anyway, it can work. It can help us in with dealing with arthritis. It can help us with bone spurs. Um, Basically, excuse me, helps us to get uh, calcium into the right places of our body. We end up with calcium in the wrong parts of our body, and uh, you know, kidney stones, that type of thing. And using a little borax in your water, well, that goes a long way to making sure the calcium goes into the right parts of your body. And it seems to act as an antioxidant um, in relation to these nanoparticles that are getting into our bodies through vaccinations. And that helps so that those little nanoparticles don't end up causing cancer because of continual inflammation. That's just one of the things you can do. And so we talk about health tips like that on the show. The biggest thing we talk about on here is economic innovations to bring harmony to the world, and that's through things like Forgiveness Capital. Um, forgivenesscapital.com is the if you want to call it the sponsor of our show. It's basically the big kahuna that uh, I use to bring prosperity to the world. I want to bring inheritance to every one of you of massive amounts of money. I'd bring about $10 billion to each one of you. But it's forgiveness money. And we've got to work to get that engaged in the world's economy. So there's that. Other health tips, things about endometriosis. I can use a tuning fork here. You can be there. You give me feedback about, what you feel when I'm moving through different parts of your timeline with the tuning fork, and we can bring remedy. We can remediate the pain and suffering from endometriosis in some cases. So let's give it a try. Um, there's all kinds of things I can help cure on your body or remediate, and so let's get to doing that. You can email me here, remedyreport@proton.me. Anyway, I'm glad to be here. Back on YouTube, although I really want YouTube to give me back my old channels. I have a lot of videos on there that are just, irreplaceable. Great. Well, that's all for now. Thank you and goodbye.